rocks.
Let's get into the weekend series pick'em. Noah, you are hitting leadoff for us this whole weekend, dude. You earned it after last week. You spit some knowledge. You made everybody else's picks easier. I went first last week and sucked. I went 2-4, and that's because I made my picks before you dropped your nuggets and your knowledge. So you're gonna be hitting leadoff, and I'll be hitting 4-hole today. I'm hitting cleanup. I'm picking last here on the YouTube. The 6 series: Miami at Florida, UCF at USF, Southern Miss at TCU, South Carolina at Clemson, Louisiana at UC Irvine, and Nichols State at McNeese State. I love it. This is such a pretty board here. Really, really good rivalries. So, Noah, I'll let you choose your own adventure. You can start wherever you want here.
I like to keep some orderly to it, or let's go top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Let's go.
Yeah. And I think this is the time when you're kind of maybe supposed to plug the record. 10-1 to start, and
Yep.
Liberty blew two.
I remember my first pick'em.
I'm happy to be here. And thanks for allowing me to join and spread some knowledge. So, and Dimitri's not going to like my first pick, but Miami, Florida, and he's not going to like the trend. But the Gators have won 9 of the last 10 weekend series against the Hurricanes. So new faces, new rosters. It really hasn't mattered. Solely just kind of ran this lately. So neither team's really been tested to me so far. Miami does have a midweek loss to FAU, and Florida's kind of just survived against North Florida, but otherwise been flying. So I'll go Gators in this one.
I'm gonna go with the. So I have this shirt on. I'm gonna do something crazy and diabolical here. I'm gonna do something really diabolical here.
Diabolical.
Diabolical. Anyway, I am wearing a Miami Hurricane shirt, and guess what? I am going up with the Florida Gators. I just cannot pick Miami. They're just not going to
I love
win.
it. Give me Miami right now. Anytime Dimitri loves the other team, Miami wins. Whenever he loves Miami, the other team wins. That makes my pick so easy. Give me Miami.
Give me the Gators. I just don't have faith in the Hurricane, and until further notice.
What's the least surprising and least diabolical thing you could have done by taking Florida? I'll take Florida, man. I'm all in. Tybo Evans is a dog. I wish I would have taken Ty Evans as a potential sleeper Golden Spikes guy. That guy rocks.
Why was that not diabolical, wearing a Hurricane shirt, my favorite team, and picking the Gators?
Because you hate Miami. You always hate
love
Miami.
I think I love it the same way. What do you mean? Before streaming, people could see how much you talk shit about the Astros and how bad all their decisions are. You would understand. It's just when you love the team so much, you just take the blinders off.
That's fair.
You see it for what it is.
Fair. I'll take
Daniel Cuvée, career weekend, 4 homers. Miami wins 2.
Daniel Cuvée,
just because Dimitri was so quick with the Florida pick.
So quick.
Hey, I will say the whole country is about to learn who Daniel Cuvée is. This is the weekend. People will know who he is if they don't already.
I'll tell you this, Miami doesn't care where they play. Like, they'll play in Gainesville. They probably prefer to play in Gainesville. Yeah. What was it, 2022 maybe, when Miami jumped out to like a 10-0 lead against Florida Friday night? Might have been Saturday, but
it was that, and they lost the series.
Yeah, they lost. Well, I think they lost that game too, if I'm not mistaken. I think they blew it.
You know what else is bullshit about this whole transfer portal thing? A year ago, Blake Sear was rounding second base in Gainesville, wearing a green and orange Miami Hurricane jersey, throwing up the U to his crowd against the Gators, and now he plays for the fucking Florida Gators. How can you? I don't understand the transfer portal to the rivals. I understand the transfer portal in general, but how can you transfer to your biggest rival? Freaking, what's Homeboy's name? Homeboy's on his 6th school in 5 years. He went from Florida to Florida State to whatever, South Carolina. Now, what's his name?
Pitcher or hitter?
Jordan Carry-On. That kid went from Florida, starting shortstop, to Florida State, played there, and now he's at South Carolina.
Go Cox.
Anyway, I just hate transferring to your rival. I don't care where you transfer. Do not transfer to your rivals. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Going from Mississippi State to Ole Miss, same bullshit. Going from South Carolina to Clemson, they have a freaking pipeline between the two schools. Nolan Araki is in South Carolina now. What's the catcher's name? He went from Clemson to South Carolina last year. What is with this shit?
You would never catch a Arthur Bear transferring to Wofford or Samford. Never.
No way.
Never.
Well, first of all, they're never going to transfer to one of those schools. They're either going to go up or stay, but they're going to go Power 4 or stay. But
those Mercer players would never transfer down to those Samfords and Woffords of the world.
Like, why are we going to rival schools? I hate that shit.
I agree with you, dude. 100%. Anyways, Noah, lead us up. Let's stay in Florida. But
staying in the Sunshine State, going to a directional rivalry here, UCF and South Florida. South Florida's had a tremendous start to the year. Winning the series against Iowa, and then playing pretty well last weekend as well. I like this UCF team a lot. Doing preview content, I thought this was one of the nation's better, more proven weekend rotations. Some production coming back from last year. Stagliano hasn't started great, but Wiley Hartley behind him, and they've got 4 quality starters, the Golden Knights do. So I also think that the offense is talented for the UCF this season, and it's mainly in the outfield. They've got 4 dudes back there. Andrew Williamson, who has 2 bombs this season already. Deames Ross, Chase Cruson, and Matt Prevesque. All 4 of them are outfielders hitting over 300. And yeah, I'll take the Knights with the pitching and some, timely hitting here in this series on the road.
Is it me?
Yeah.
This one's a tough one to pick, to be honest. They haven't played anybody. They only beat Missouri 7-1, which is very concerning. You got to beat Missouri by a lot more.
Yeah, 10-2, like Alabama State.
They lost to FAU last night. You know what? I'm going to ride with my guy Mitch Hanna in the South Florida Bulls. You win a series over Iowa, really good. Win a series on the road to Georgia Southern, you're bound to have a bad weekend. I think that weekend is not coming yet. Indiana State will win 3 good series in a row. I think South Florida will do the same. I really like them. I think they've got a balance of everything. Nothing too unbelievable, nothing bad. Just a balance across the board. Give me the Bull.
I'm right with Mitch Hanna here too. I think it's at home. I don't know. I think this is a chance for them to go beat a Power 4 team down the road. Recruiting battlegrounds. Give me Hanna. I'm all in. I'll take the Bulls.
So for me, I agree with Noah as far as this was a team. UCF was a team that I looked at potentially as like, oh, they could host a regional this year if they play well, and they could win the Big 12. Haven't seen a whole lot from them so far, other than they've shown signs of glory a couple games. But I think this is a big series for UCF to say, hey, we're the big brother here. Don't worry about us, USF. We made the jump to Power 4. You guys are still down in the American. I'm going to take the Black Knights. Give me UCF. I'll ride with another road team, and partially I need to make up some ground in this whole weekend series pick'em after a 2-4 weekend. And the only way I'm doing that is picking these 50-50s against you guys, Dimitri and Jack. So I'll take UCF.
Florida and Miami is not a 50-50 series.
No.
I'm saying this series only 50-50. The Florida Miami was solely because of you, Dimitri. If you were going to take Miami, I'd be like, no shot, they're winning. Give me Florida. But you were like, the Florida Gators are winning. Give me Miami there.
I always loved the contest pick'em graphic that you guys posted. Just as a fan and follower of this contest, first off, you guys pioneering something like this for my degen self to get an extra sweat on it. I was always trying to predict where the percentages would be, and this is one of the 2 series that I think are 50-50 this weekend. Florida's probably going to be around 80-90%.
You know what?
Florida's going to be 98%. It'll be me and one
minimum
other
97%.
Yeah, it'll be me and like 3 other idiots, and I'll start a group message with them, being like, "Hey, yo, we all picked Miami, haha."
But yeah, Noah, you brought it up. Me and Ben would try to guess for the last couple of years. We would try to guess the percentages.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Series 3. This one's a great selection. Southern Miss, who has done pretty damn well so far this year, and TCU. They've played probably the more, the term that I am just familiar with is the TMZ games, where people have been tuned into TCU through the so far this season, with playing down in Arlington last weekend against Arkansas and Kansas State and Michigan. But Southern Miss has taken care of business. Lafayette, Louisiana Tech last week in the pick'em. I like the 1-2 right now. TCU, Cademan Parker and Tommy Lepore. Lepore pours it in the high 90s right now. The Wichita State transfer. This is another 50-50 series. Like, I truly don't know where a lot of the public is going to be. I'd probably predict it to be right 70% TCU. This is in my opinion, more like a 50-50 series. And typically when I pick these, I go with the old mantra that impressed you guys: don't fade the facility last week. So give me Lupton. Shout out to the drinking boys down there.
This is a slippery slope for me. This is what, the second or third weekend we've had Southern Miss in our pick'em. It's a really slippery slope here.
What's going on down there?
I don't have a whole shtick planned this week.
You didn't have one planned last week.
I don't even know. Let's just cut straight to the chase here. Southern Miss. You got to win the Sunday games against Louisiana Tech. Good teams win on Sundays. Last night, I thought you guys were a really good pitching team and a bad hitting team. Obviously, that wasn't the case. You can't pitch and you can hit. So I don't know which one is right, which one is wrong. You can't win on Sunday. You got to pitch well on the road. Good team pitch well on the road, and you got to win on Sunday. So I just don't think you guys are a very good team right now. So give me the purple frogs.
Did TCU pitch well on Sunday last week?
It doesn't matter. That just doesn't fit my narrative right now.
I don't think they did. I think they got blown out, didn't they?
It doesn't fit my narrative right now.
Jackie, who you got?
Throw up.
That was disgusting.
Hold on. Before you go, Southern Miss, this is just all a bit. I do like Southern Miss. I just want to be clear though, because they're gonna whatever. I do think this team can hit. They showed me some good stuff against Ole Miss. I know we talked about that game a little bit with Ole Miss being big and all, but Southern Miss did look good at the plate. They had some juice. They had some power. Obviously didn't pitch well. It's just one of those games. They'll come right back ready to go this weekend. But I do think what I saw from TCU in San Diego showed me this team is really good. I really like this TCU team. So, yeah, that's why I'm picking the Frogs.
I've had an insane case of the giggles tonight. I have not been very valuable on this podcast. Every time Dimitri talks, I giggle tonight. I'm all in.
Because we hate each other, right?
No, I'm all in. Yeah, dude, it's love, baby. It's love. I'll take TCU too. I just think I think they're the best team in the Big 12 right now. Is that too early?
That's too early, brother.
Is it? Okay.
Dude, the Devils. Come on.
Yeah, they've been fantastic. I still think if you had gun to my head, and I know that they were my preseason pick 'em, and I think it's maybe like they've played. TMZ was a great way to put it. I feel like I've just watched a lot of them. Maybe that's why I'm biased. I loved that play. I'll take TCU though, and I think you're right. I think it's just because I've watched more games of them of late, and that's it. That's all I got.
Just incredible showing by Dimitri. You got to pitch well on Sundays to win series, and TCU.
No, time out.
15 runs last week to Kansas State on Sunday.
You're such a coward for that. You're cherry picking these things to look good to Southern Miss fans. You are such a coward for this. You are single-handedly doing this just to look good. No. You're trying to look good in Southern Miss's eyes, and it's a cowardly move.
I was making fun of you, not Southern Miss.
You look good to Southern Miss fans.
No, because it was
A
factual.
cowardly move.
It was factual. You were going on a rant like Southern Miss can't pitch on Sundays. You got to win on Sundays. TCU gave up probably 15 runs last Sunday to Kansas State.
It was a joke.
Okay, well,
and you're still trying to look good to Southern Miss fans. It's a cowardly move.
They're gonna hate me, or actually, they might love me because I'm picking TCU here. Don't fade the facility. Southern Miss has been very comfortable at home this year, undefeated at home. I think. Well, no, they lost one to Louisiana Tech, but they did not pitch as well in Oxford this week.
I think that's a
Pete
one-off.
Taylor Park. Yeah, Pete Taylor Park is a true home field advantage for them. But look, TCU never loses these series. They'll lose a series to a mid-major team in April or in May. They don't lose these February home series. Like they just don't. So give me TCU. And that makes it a clean sweep of TCU, which means congratulations, Southern Miss. You have won the series.
Southern Miss.
Very good.
That was a content play, boys. Content play. Way to piss off the Eagle Nation. This is not going to be good. You can already feel it.
They should love us for all picking them. It's a guaranteed series win now.
Maybe.
All right, let's talk about the best rivalry in college baseball, shall we?
Yes, sir. Game 1 in Clemson, game 2 in Greenville, game 3 in Columbia. I'll set the stage here.
Hopefully, we're not going to be watching game 2 in Greenville on our VCRs.
Oh God,
the grainy footage every year of this is just the worst. Get some good cameras in there, please.
I mean, honestly, it's a minor league ballpark. What are we doing?
Do you remember the camera angles they had? I think it was 2 years ago. It was it was behind first base and like behind the third base on deck circle were the two angles. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll set the stage here. Paul Maneri, his first series in this rivalry. And in these big rivalry games in college sports, it oftentimes takes, people some time. And honestly, like the first game in college basketball or the first year in college football, when that time rolls around in the rivalry, it might sneak up on the new coach. And you see it quite often. And Clemson, I'm a gigantic fan of Eric Bakich. I'm taking the Tigers here. But that first year, they entered the series as a true dog, and they impressed. The first 2 games were nail biters, and then game 3, South Carolina, who was the favorite the entire weekend, pulled away. Last year, both teams kind of entered, right around 50-50. I still think that South Carolina was expected to win that series. Clemson takes 2 5-4 ball games. This year, it's the first time that I think Bakich enters as like, okay, you're expected to win this series against Maneri in South Carolina. And the Gamecocks entered after having a very good start to the season. And a lot of people not quite sure what would happen down there in Columbia this season. This is a huge weekend for them to be able to show off what they have the potential of doing this season. With that being said, though, like I'm still going to take Clemson. And Eric Bakich said in an interview, it's the best rivalry in college baseball. He previously comes from Michigan, and best rivalry in college football, Michigan, Ohio State. He knows how to cherish one of these all-time classics, and the boys are going to be ready to go. I have no doubt about that. So give me the Tigers in this one.
Are you wearing a Clemson shirt right now?
What shirt are you wearing?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
What a homer, dude. What a homer.
I was like, that's either a Clemson shirt or he's repping like his youth travel ball captain jersey. Like he was the captain of his youth team. The C on his chest.
Fellas, South Carolina's 9-0. It might be one of the more fraudulent 9-0s I've seen. I'm not saying in terms of sneaky win. They played Sacred Heart, Winthrop, Queen, and Milwaukee. Not the Milwaukee Brewers, the Milwaukee Panthers. This is not a very good schedule. Honestly, it's a pathetic schedule.
Are you talking about the same Milwaukee that beat Mercer opening night?
Well, Miss Mercer's pathetic too. So
no, dude. Nope. 8 straight wins. 8 straight wins.
Anyway, South Carolina, pathetic schedule. fine. You're 9-0. You look great. Give me Clemson. They're ready to go. I think Backer's got his boys. He's got his roster. He's ready for this Palmetto showdown. South Carolina losing Jersenbeck. That's who it was, right? They lost Jersenbeck for the season, right?
Yep.
That's another high-end premier arm that you need on weekends like this. You need those arms on these weekends to win them. I'm going with the Tigers.
Jack?
It goes to a rubber match. It goes to a rubber match no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter if Clemson's the number one team in the country and South Carolina is 0-9. This game always goes to a rubber match. It pains me to do it only because I think that, when you've got some veteran guys that have stuck around and you've got a guy like Ethan Petrie, like you've got a shot. And when South Carolina is good in college baseball, it's good for the sport. And I think Palmineri, to your point, has not played the most insane schedule. That's not really on him. The schedule was already set. But I do like Clemson here. I say I hate to do it just because I think that we're all going to take them. But it will go to a rubber match, and it will come down to a late inning heroic type deal because that's what always happens in the series. So I'll take the Tigers.
Stop copying me one time. Fade me one time.
I know, dude. Well, that's usually my game plan. Like last week, I took ECU out of spite.
Fade me one time.
But the minute that I saw this board and I closed my eyes and I heard the wise words of the fortune teller, I'm 4 for 4 for the home squads, and I got a bad news, gentlemen. I got 2 more in front of me.
This is the home neutral home though, Jack. So you're
I know, but let me tell you. Let me tell you how many South Carolina fans are in Greenville that weekend. They're going to Founders, right? Like it was a true neutral site when it was played in Charleston, South Carolina, where I grew up going to it every single day. The ballpark was sold out. It was split right down the middle like Texas OU. It was Carolina Garnet on the third base side. It was orange and purple down the first base side. That's a neutral site. You're playing at 15 minutes from Clemson. Give me a break. It ain't a neutral site. It's a cool venue. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Greenville Drive Stadium, it's a mini replica of Fenway up in Greenville. Awesome spot. But it's not neutral by any means.
Cool. Look, every bit of me says Clemson wins this series. I'm tempted to say South Carolina just for the pick'em and all that. Then like these Clemson fans get in my DMs and they say I hate Clemson, blah blah blah. If I truly hated Clemson here, I would pick Clemson, right? Four-man sweep, guarantee it for the Cox.
I think we're back to back, so I'm not sure which one is more of a likely upset. I think it's probably Southern Miss, but this one feels like
I really want to switch my pick to Southern Miss. I've been thinking about it for the past 5 minutes. Like I am so on that one.
No. Yeah, you're terrified.
No, because I like to win. I don't give a shit about what they say to me. I want to win. I want to win this.
Yeah, no, I know you don't. Yeah, no, I know you don't. I know you don't care, brother.
I'm going to take South Carolina just because I'm hopeful that like the South Carolina Twitter account will recognize me whenever you three are all wrong with Clemson. Like Clemson's a better team in my opinion. They really are, talent-wise, but I don't remember if it was Noah or Jack or Dimitri. One of you said it. It's a true rivalry series, and you can throw out the record books. Like this is something where talent doesn't matter. It's all about mental strength and being able to carry emotions from one game to the other, even inning to inning. So I'll take South Carolina and just hope they get a couple extra breaks that go their way. I have no problem with this 50-50 matchup. I do think Clemson's a more talented team, and I'm going to get some hate on social media, but we can't have back-to-back 4-man sweeps. You just cannot do it.
Hey, can I make a pick change?
No, nope, you cannot.
Let him do it. Let him do it.
It was off the chess piece.
It's not the series you think it is.
No, because it's one of the three that. Well, I think we faded each other all 4 of these so far. No,
it's literally the least. It's the one you least think.
The contestants in the challenge get to resubmit their picks if they want to change something. Right?
Well, okay, let's hear it out and we'll vote. Present your case, Dimitri. We have a 3-man jury.
I know what he's gonna do.
We have a 3-man jury. Present your case, and we will see if we allow it.
The kilf in me wanted to change it. I want to ride with the Golden Knights of Central Florida. I love Mitch Hammond, but I really think Central Florida is going to win this series.
Did I call them the Black Knights earlier?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody corrected me?
Yeah.
I just let it go.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Wow, I'm an idiot. They are the Golden Knights. Sorry.
Am I allowed to
I'll let you join
UCF?
I'll let you join our rabbit hole. I think, didn't Noah also pick UCF?
Yep.
Did you say rabbit
I think
hole?
so. Is that not the right?
It's too late.
So
No.
what is the ruling? Am I allowed
no.
to switch my picks?
Sure.
It's a
Foxhole.
Let's
yeah, you
go.
can switch it.
Let's go,
foxhole.
Knights.
It's a foxhole.
My
that guy.
rabbit hole.
It's a foxhole.
Oh, print the shirts.
Congrats.
Rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole, Black
Have
Knight.
you seen my
Congrats
rabbits?
to the South Florida
Have you
Bowl.
seen my
Congrats to the
rabbits?
South Florida Bulls on winning your series.
I'm gonna start my own Ben Upton fan club, and it's just gonna be called the Rabbit Hole. Like, you want to be in the Rabbit Hole? Yeah.
Dude, let's
All the
do
Black
it.
Knights.
Here we go.
Rabbit.
Come on, Ben. Next series.
It's not me. It's Noah. He's in charge.
Louisiana at UC Irvine. The Anteaters' first home games of the year. This is my survivor pick, fellas. Louisiana leaving the Teague for the weekend, heading out west. I've been really impressed with the Anteaters. First off, I think they played they've challenged themselves in the non-conference so far, and I think they've done pretty damn well. They win 2 of 3 in Lubbock. They also, I think, 1, 2 of 3 in the MLB Desert Invitational when Jack was down there. I like the Anteaters. They've been hitting the ball really well, actually even better than I kind of expected, especially without Martinez, who was on paper their best hitter coming into the season. So give me UCI, survivor.
Eaters going to eat, baby. The Eaters are going to eat. Give me UC Irvine. Louisiana had not impressed me at all. They have not impressed me at all.
They just won 2 out of 3 against Nebraska last week.
Cool. Doesn't impress me. Doesn't move the needle. Give me UC Irvine.
Dude. Let's go hunting wabbits. I like UC Irvine. That's actually my survivor pick'em too. I don't mean to jump on the bandwagon, but I have decided this year that I will no longer be thinking for myself. I will be riding with the fortune teller, hypothetically, to the break of dawn.
I have not done well in Survivor. Both of the first 2 years, I've not made it to conference. Conference season.
Well, good. Congratulations to the Cajun. I like the Irvine. And I didn't know that Irvine was located in the city of Los Angeles either. So that's fantastic. So cool. Give me Irvine.
This is honestly shocking how quick you guys were all pick Irvine. I understand your thought process. Let's say this series was at the Teague. Would you guys have considered Louisiana more?
Yeah.
I probably would have taken Louisiana. Have you not seen my picks?
Yeah, so my thought process is you guys just instantly jumped on Irvine thinking home field advantage. I don't think it's really a huge home field advantage one way or the other. These Louisiana kids are going to now be in the most beautiful weather. There won't be mosquitoes biting in between innings like there is down in the swamp of Lafayette. I'm a big fan of Chase Morgan, and I don't think he's pitched his best so far this year. I'm banking on him bouncing back after a huge freshman year and being maybe the preseason Sunbelt pitcher of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
JB Middleton.
Was he not? Who was it?
No, I'm saying JB Middleton's going to win the pitcher of the year.
Oh, well, I'm just saying that I think Chase Morgan has elite stuff, and if he gets him off to a Friday night win, it doesn't matter how good UC Irvine's bats are. I like Louisiana here, and it doesn't matter if it's in the Teague or on the road in beautiful sunny California. These guys don't really care. So, but I think it'll be a fun series to watch. I'll be tuning in.
I'm shocked that you are taking the Cajuns here. Ben, what?
Why are you shocked?
I mean, you were just as high as me on Irvine. We think they're the best team in the Big West. They have not shown it otherwise.
I mean, I think Louisiana is pretty good too. What do you want me to say?
Dimitri, you know the area a lot better than I do. Ben, 9 times out of 10, 2024 years out of 2025. I think that's a beautiful area, but they just had wildfires like 2 months ago, Ben. Right?
I mean,
What does that have to do with what I said?
Irvine is a good hour away from Pacific Palisades.
Okay.
It's on the other side of LA, on the north side. Irvine is on the south side.
Cool.
It's
That's
a
why.
beautiful, sunny California.
True.
No, but I just don't. I mean, home series loss against San Jose State, which by the way I think is a good team, but
Yeah,
you don't lose that. You don't lose that home to San Jose State at the Cajun, and then you get in a shootout with Texas Southern, find a midweek win. So what? Find a way to win. Home series win against Nebraska, get shut out against McNeese. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not like that impressed with Louisiana. Do I think they're going to be just fine in the Sun Belt play? Yeah, but this is a very good Irvine team, Dad.
yeah. No, I thought I said like this is going to be a bounce back Friday for Chase Morgan. I think if he wins Friday, then you got to like them in the series, right? We'll see, but I don't know. I like the Cajuns. Give them a good, nice, sunny environment, and I think they're going to play well.
All
right. So the final series we have here is another great in-state battle between Nichols and McNeese. And guys, I'm pulling it up right now. I want to make sure I have this correct. But the schedule hasn't been tremendously tough. However, McNeese has the 13th best team ERA in the country right now, with 2.29 entering this series against Nichols. McNeese has kind of impressed me. They won a midweek against Louisiana on Tuesday. I'm going to go with the Pokes.
I love the pick. And people, I think when the season's over, they'll see what an impressive weekend series win it was against Wichita State. I still believe Wichita State can compete for an American championship. They're talented. They just haven't put it together yet.
Midweek shout out to Chaminade.
Yeah, big win for Chaminade.
Is it not Chaminade?
No.
Interesting. I thought it was Chaminade.
That sounds like a mixed drink you would order at the bar. A Chiminade.
A cherry and lemonade.
Chiminade.
Yeah. Give me the Cowboys. Give me McNeese. We threw the series on there to try to make a 50-50, but I think it's going to be 75% McNeese, maybe 80% McNeese.
You do pronounce words like such a jackass, dude. I love you. I do love you. But that's
give me the McNeese Cowboys.
I'll take McNeese. I did it by accident. I'll take McNeese. I saw this actually. Jersey Mike sub player of the week in that conference. Alexis Gravel, he's leading the way for your pick, fortune teller, with that ERA. I believe their closer is like up for the stopper of the year as well, Sergio Lopez. He's like number 1 in the country in WHIP too. They got a bunch of fun arms. It's still obviously super early in the year, but yeah, I'll take McNeese as well. But mostly, let's not sugarcoat it, gentlemen. I just took 6 home squads in a row. I took all the home teams. I won all of them. I won every single one of them. And I want them for forever because of the facilities. I could not be more obsessed with that line.
Statistically, home teams win about 75% of these pick'ems, right, Noah? So
yeah,
you're
I don't know the
guaranteed
exact trend, but it is high.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to win 4 of the 6. It's actually not a bad strategy.
I know.
I am
Ben,
also.
Dimitri, do you have your? Oh shoot, Dimitri.
I gotta
Ben
make my pick here. Let me put my helmet gear on. You know, just like Lee Corso. No, I also like McNeese in this series. It's one reason, like, they do play a lot better at home too. You guys already touched on the pitching. 3, like, this is a low key, pretty big rivalry, and it's funny because Nichols last year ended up like they were a 3 seed in a regional and like should have won game 1 of the regional. I think they blew a pretty big lead to
Irvine.
It was Irvine. That's who it was. Yeah, Irvine. I think you're right. And so it's funny, like Nichols has probably been the better team the last couple of years. And maybe the stats will lie to us, but right now on paper, McNeese feels like the better team, and they're at home. So I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Survivor picks for you two up there?
Not me. I'm out. I picked ECU last week. Remember? Game theory didn't pay off.
I will say this though.
Hey, it was close. 2-0 loss, and then I think they had a lead in the 7th or 8th inning, and then they lost, and then they lost again. So they lost 3 times.
I will say this about Nick, though. That series sweep against Little Rock is not an easy sweep. That's a good series sweep. Series win you're expected, but to sweep them, that's a good series win. Other than that, they haven't looked great in their midweeks. They got blown out by LSU and Tulane this week. So I mean, yeah, I just think. But I'm so surprised Southland already starts conference play really early to start conference.
Well,
play.
you know why, right? They have a 2-week conference tournament, so they play a regional, like top 4 teams play a regional double elimination style 1 week, and then the 2 winners of the 4-team pools play a championship super regional style the next week. So that way you always see like the best arms.
I love it.
The conference championship game is not your number 7 versus their number 6 starter.